Okay, good day everyone. So this time we will solve a problem that involve absolute values and inequalities. So our goal is we will find all the value of x where x is the element of the real numbers that satisfy the following inequalities. So we have two problems here. The first one, we will solve this first problem. The absolute value for x minus 5 is less than or equal to 3. Our goal is we will find the again our goal is we will find the value all the value of x so that if we substitute x or we will substitute the value of x will satisfy to the given equation. So let's start. So we can rewrite this equation into negative 13 of rather 4x minus 5 is greater than or equal to negative 13 or less than or equal to 13. And because our goal is uh, only x will remain in the middle, then we can also rewrite this one as 4x is greater than or equal to negative 8. Why is it becomes negative 8? Because the negative 5, we transpose it into the left side and to the right side. So negative 13 plus 5 is equals to negative 8. While the right side, because we use the addition property of inequalities, then 13 plus 5 is equals to 18. So we have 4x greater than or equal to negative 8 and 4x is less than or equal to positive 18. So this time we will divide both sides by 4 so that uh, only x will remain in the middle. So if we divide this equation by 4, then we will come up with x because 4x divide 4 is x and negative 8 divide 4 is negative 2 and positive 18 divide 4 is equals to 9 over 2. So we have x greater than or equal to negative 2 and x less than or equal to 9 over 2. So again, we come up to the we come up to our value of x where x is greater than or equal to negative 2 and x is less than or equal to 9 over 2. To check if our answer is correct, let's have a checking. So first check if our x is equals to negative 2. So what would be the answer? Is it true or false? So let's copy the equation. So the given equation is the absolute value for x minus 5 less than or equal to 13. So this time we will substitute the value of x. So we have 4 times negative 2 minus 5. The absolute value of 4 times negative 2 minus 5 is less than or equal to 13. So 4 times negative 2 is negative 8 minus 5. So we have absolute value of negative 13 less than or equal to 13. So because it is an absolute, then we will have an 13 less than or equal to 13. So therefore, if our x is negative 2, then it satisfies to our equation because 13 is less than or equal to 13. Let's have another checking. So what if our x is negative 1? Because it says our x is greater than or equal to negative 2. So what if our x is negative 1? What would be the answer? Or is it satisfied to the given equation? So let's try. So we have absolute value for x minus 5 less than or equal to 13. So let's substitute the value of x. So we have 4 times negative 1 minus 5. The absolute value of 4 times negative 1 minus 5 less than or equal to 13. So 4 times negative 1 is negative 4 minus 5. So we have the absolute value of negative 9 less than or equal to 13. So the absolute value of negative 9 is 9 less than or equal to 13. So is it 9 less than or equal to 13? Yes. So therefore, if our value is greater than negative 2, so it satisfies. How about if our x is less than or equal to 9 over 2? So let's check. If our x is equals to 9 over 2, so we'll copy to the equation again. So we have an absolute value of 4x minus 5 less than or equal to 13. So let's substitute the value of x. So we have the absolute value of 4 times 9 over 2 minus 5 less than or equal to 13. So 4 times 9, 4 times 9 over 2 is equals to 18 minus 5 less than or equal to 13. So 18 minus 5 is 13. So the absolute value of 13 is 13. So 13 less than or equal to 13. So therefore, if our value is 9 over 2, then it satisfies to our given equation. Okay. So what if we will substitute a value of x wherein it's not in the interval or the value that is result the time that we find the value of x. For example, if our x we will try if our x is less than negative 2. What if? So we will try negative 3. So what if our x is negative 3? So again, we will copy the equation. The absolute value for x minus 5 is less than or equal to 13. So we will substitute the value of x, which is negative 3. So we have the absolute value 4 times negative 3 minus 5, less than or equal to 13. So 4 times negative 3 is negative 12, minus 5, it's negative 17. So we have absolute value of negative 17, less than or equal to 13. And then the absolute value of negative 17 is positive 17, which is less than or equal to 13. Is it? Is it 17 is less than or equal to 13? So it is false because 17 is greater than 13. So if our x is uh, less than to negative 2, then we will come up into a false or wrong value of x. So what if, let's try also if our x is greater than to 9 over 2. If is it satisfied? So let's check. If our x is equals to 5, let's substitute the value of x. So the absolute value of 4 times 5 minus 5 is less than or equal to 13. So 4 times 5 is 20 minus 5 less than or equal to 13. So 20 minus 5 is positive 15, and the absolute value of positive 15 is 15 less than or equal to 13. Is it 15 less than or equal to 13? Nope. So therefore, this value of x that more than to 9 over 2 does not satisfy to our equation. So therefore, only satisfied to our equation is greater than or equal to negative 2 and less than or equal to 9 over 2. So the interval, so therefore, the value of x, where x is the element of the real numbers, are x greater than or equal to negative 2 and x is less than or equal to 9 over 2. So this time, let's try another problem. So we have this problem. The absolute value of x squared minus x less than or equal to 3. So again, we will use uh, this way of solving. So we can also rewrite this one as negative 3 less than, rather, x squared minus 3 greater than or equal to negative 3 and less than or equal to positive 3. So again, we will use APA or API, addition property of inequalities. So we will move this constant number to the left side and to the right side. So we have x squared greater than or equal to 0. Why is it become to 0? Because 3x plus 3 is equals to 0. And to the right side, we have 6. Why? Because 3 plus 3 is equals to 6. So we have this kind of phase right now. Now x squared is greater than or equal to 0 and x squared is less than or equal to 6. So So this time we have this value. Our goal is only x will be remain. So we will square all of these values. So we will start with the x. So the square of x squared is x, and the square of 0 is 0, and the square of 6 is the square root of 6. So we have x greater than or equal to 0 and x less than or equal to positive and negative square root of 6. So our interval, so our value of x is less than or equal to 0 and, oh, rather greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to positive and negative square root of 6. So let's check if our answer is correct. So if our x is equals to 0, then let's substitute this value of x. So we have absolute value of x squared minus 3 less than or equal to 3. So let's substitute the value of x. So we have absolute value of 0 squared minus 3 less than or equal to 3. So 0 squared is 0 minus 3. So less than and equal to 3. So we have 3 less than or equal to 3. So to this equation, so it satisfy if our value of x is 0, then it satisfy to our equation. Let's check another value of x. So what if our x is a square root of 6? So let's try if really it's satisfied to this equation. So we have absolute value of x squared minus 3 less than or equal to 3. So let's substitute the value of x. So the absolute value of square root of 6 square minus 3 less than or equal to 3. So uh, the the square root the square root of 6 square is equivalent to 6 because we can cancel out the square, and we can cancel out the square and the square root. So we have 6. So 6 minus 3 is equals to 3. And 3 is less than or equal to 3. Then, therefore, the value of x, which is square root of 6, satisfy to the equation. Let's try another problem. What if our x is greater than the square root of 6? So what if our x is equals to 4? What will be happen? So we have the absolute value of x squared minus 3 less than or equal to 3. So 4. So let's substitute the value of x. So we have 4 squared. We have absolute value of 4 squared minus 3 less than or equal to 3. So 4 squared. So we have 16 minus 3. So the absolute value of 16 minus 3 greater than or equal to 3. So 16 minus 3 is 13. So the absolute value of 13 is 13. So 13 less than or equal to 3. Is it true 13 is less than or equal to 3? Not. So therefore if our x is greater than the square root of 6, we will come up into a false conclusion. So it does not satisfy to our equation. So let's have another problem. What if our x is uh, uh, greater less than less than less than negative 2? Why is it less than negative 2? Because the square root of 6 the square root of 6 is just a and negative 2 point something. So we can also say that negative 1 and negative 2 satisfy this problem. So let's check if what if more than less than negative 2, is it satisfied to this given equation? So let's try. If our x is negative 3, so we come up into negative 3 squared minus 3. The absolute value of negative 3 squared minus 3 less than or equal to 3. So negative 3 squared is just 9. minus 3 is 6. Then the absolute value of 6 is 6. Is it 6 less than or equal to 3? Not. Okay. So, therefore, if our value of x is more than no, less than negative 2, so we will come up into a wrong or to our false conclusion. So therefore, the value of x is greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to positive and negative square root of 6. So that's all. Thank you.